Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class of biology on the fascinating world of biology. Hi, I am Nushad. I will be your instructor for this course. Throughout this class, we will learn about human nervous systems. Here, we will improve our reading skills. Now, we discuss about human nervous system. Human the human nervous system. A human nervous system consists of two main parts: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Look at this diagram. Central nervous system consists brain, spinal cord. That's a spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system consists of cranial nerves, spinal nerves. These are cranial nerves and that's are spinal nerves. Now let's start to read about human nervous system. The human nervous system. Components of the human nervous system. Your nervous system is made up of the central nervous system, C center, and nervous S system, consisting of the brain and the spinal cord. That's a nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system, P peripheral, and nervous S system consist of the cranial nerves from the brain, the spinal nerves from the spinal cord, and the sense organs. These are that's the peripheral nervous system, cranial nerves, and spinal nerves. The sense organs receive stimuli, so they are also called receptors. They inform the central nervous system of any change in the surroundings by producing electrical message called nerve impulse. These nerve impulses are carried and transmitted to the central nervous system by nerves, cranial nerves, and spinal nerves. A nerve impulse is transmitted within a fraction of a second. For example, when a person touches your hand, you feel it almost immediately. In response to this stimulus, the central nervous system will send nerve impulses to the muscles. The muscles will then effect an action. For example, the muscles in the arm may contract and the hand is jerked away. Therefore, muscles are known as effector. Nerves transmit impulses from the receptors to the central nervous system and from there to the effectors. Your nervous system is a device for gathering, transmitting, and interpreting information, just like a very complex and powerful computer. How does your nervous system process information? Information is first gathered by receptors. Some receptors, such as your eyes, are located on your body. Others are located inside your body. For example, the receptors in blood vessels in your neck that measures the concentration of carbon dioxide in your blood. Information gathered by receptor is converted into electrical signals called nerve impulses. The brain initiates nerve impulses that are transmitted to effectors. The effectors will then carry out the intended actions. Your brain interprets the pattern of nerve impulses and decides what action to make. The nerve impulses are then transmitted by your peripheral nervous to your central nervous system, that is your brain and spinal cord. Information first gathered to by receptor converted into electrical signal, nerve impulses transmitted by peripheral nervous system to central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Nervous tissue. The nervous system is made up of nervous tissue. Nervous tissue consists of nerve cells called neurons. That's a nervous cell, synapse, junction between nerves. These are junctions. Central nervous system, motor neuron, factor neuron, sensory neuron, receptors, sense organ. These are sense organs, sensory neuron, receptor nerves, junction between neuron and start the actions at muscle fiber effector. Now let's start the neurons that transmit nerve impulses from the sense organs or receptors to the central nervous systems, or the receptors are sensory neurons. The neurons that transmit nerve impulse from the central nervous system to the effectors or motor neurons. The neurons that transmit nerve impulse from the sensory neurons to the motor neurons are the immediate or relay neurons. Relay neurons are found within the central nervous system. Although the size and shape of neurons differ in different parts of the nervous system, they are basically similar. Each neuron consists of a cell body containing a nucleus and cytoplasm and a number of nerve fibers. A nerve fiber is a strand of cytoplasm extending from the cell body. Let's see this shape of neuron cell. That's a neuron cell. Look like this neuron cell. That's a dendrites. Outer parts of cell is called dendrites. Dendron. The central part is called nucleus of cell, and surroundings blue colors part are called cytoplasm. These are cell body. Dendron, the nerve fiber that transmit nerve impulses towards the cell body are called dendrons. A motor neurons has many dendrons. The end branches of dendrons are called dendrites. The dendrites of a dendron of a motor neuron receive nerve impulses from other neurons. Cell body. The cell body consists a nucleus and cytoplasm. The cell body of a motor neurons is irregular in shape. Axon, the nerve fibers that transmit nerve impulses away from the cell body are called axons. Axons are usually long. These parts cell of called axon send message away from the cell, and that ball is called dendron, dendrites, nucleus, cytoplasm. This part is called axon. Myelin sheet, the layer of fatty substance enclosing many nerve fibers, is the myelin sheet. It insulates the axon just as a rubber sheet or cover would insulate on electricity conducting wire. Neurylema, the thin membrane surrounding the myelin sheet, is the neurylema. Node of Ranvier, the regions where the myelin sheet is absent are called nodes of Ranvier. They allow nerve impulses to jump from node to node. In this way, they help to speed up the transmission of impulses along the nerve fiber. Neurylema, that spot is called neurylema. Axon, myelin sheet fatty acid. Dendrites of an axon. The dendrites of an axon of a motor neuron transmit nerve impulses to the effector motor and plate. कौन है? The junction between the dendrites and the muscle fiber is the motor end plate. Now see the structures of a nerve cell, structure of a motor neurons, muscle fibers, motor end plate, dendrites of an axon, myelin sheath, muscle fibers, axons, node of Renber, Neurilemma, and the cell body center for nucleus, cytoplasm, dendrites, dendron. The diagram of below show the structures of a motor neurons, directions of nerve impulses from other neurons. So let's start. I hope this lecture is very useful for you. Thank you for listening. We will meet in our next class next day. Thank you. Shukriya.